The man lifted the coconut and slammed it against the stone wall as hard as he could. He throws it hard, lifted the stone and knocked it hard. As a result, the stones were broken, but the coconut is still intact. Looking at the sharp stones, Tom had an instant inspiration. Began to use the stone as a knife to cut a little. Finally, after a day of water cut off, he managed to drink coconut milk. Just yesterday, he was an executive in a logistics company, a workaholic. On Christmas Day, the company asked for a delivery. He did not say anything to pick up the luggage and go directly. Although his girlfriend did not want to leave, but also understand his approach. She gave him a pocket watch with her picture as a Christmas gift. On a plane 10,000 meters above the ground, Tom just went to the bathroom. Suddenly there was a loud bang. The whole plane was also violently lurching. It turned out that the plane had an accident and had to land at sea. The captain saw that he did not return to his seat and rushed forward to grab him and handed over a life raft. Let him fasten his seatbelt. In the panic, Tom saw the pocket watch's girlfriend gave him fall to the ground. He didn't have time to think about it and grabbed it in his hands. Regardless of his safety, he tried to return to his seat, but it was too late. Critical moment. Tom pulled away from the life raft and managed to get out of the water. He held on to the raft for dear life. Under the intimidation of nature, he was like an ant. He could only shrink in the raft. I don't know how long it took. When he opened his eyes again, he was washed up on the shore. He hastily pulled out his BB phone to call for help, but it had been damaged by the water. Then he took out his pocket watch to check it. Not surprisingly, the pocket watch was also damaged, but fortunately, the photo is still there. This is perhaps the greatest comfort. Suddenly he found some courier washed up on the shore. He rushed over to pick them up. In this case, he had to collect everything he could. Then he dragged the life raft to the slope and shouted for help, but the only response was the sound of the waves. Looking out at the endless sea, Tom wondered how long it would take for him to be found. To increase his chances of being rescued, he wrote help on the beach, hoping someone would see it. Night was fast approaching. He was looking forward to a boat passing by. He just stared blankly, not daring to rest for a moment. He stayed up all night long. It was soon light. When he arrived on the beach again, he found that the distress message had been half washed away by the sea. He had no choice but to roll in a huge tree and set it up again. After all this, Tom was exhausted. He hadn't eaten anything all day. Suddenly a few muffled noises attracted his attention. It was a coconut. He rushed to collect them. Now the water source is secured, but to survive, there must be enough food. He decided to explore the island. He found a wooden stick and walked around the island. He found a cave. If he lived here, he would be safe from the wind and the rain. He then ripped